You probably know him. That little boy with the golden hair and the scarf just fluttering in the wind. Many of us met him when we were kids, right? But even as adults, there's something about Antoine de Saint Exupery's masterpiece, The Little Prince. It just has this strange, powerful magic over us, and it always leaves us with a question that feels both incredibly simple and, well, really profound.
It's a fantastic puzzle when you think about it. The story itself is so whimsical, almost like a dream. This boy from a tiny little asteroid who just shows up in the desert. And yet, its success is on a scale that's kind of hard to believe. So how did this one small book manage to basically conquer the world? That's the mystery we're going to dig into today.
I mean, just look at that number. Over 400 languages and dialects. The sheer scale of its reach is just astonishing. This isn't just some popular book. It's a true global cultural phenomenon. It has crossed almost every single border and been read in nearly every tongue, which really suggests its message has to be resonating on some deep, fundamentally human level.
Right, so to really get its appeal, we have to start with the book's central paradox. On one hand, it's a simple bedtime story. On the other, it's a work of serious philosophy. And it's that very duality that gives it such lasting power.
The author himself was a man of contrasts, too. He was an aristocrat, but also a pioneering pilot. He wrote this incredible story while he was in exile in New York during World War II. His life was this mix of adventure and loss, and you know what? Just like his life, the book he wrote is a journey that goes way, way deeper than you'd think at first glance.
So the story kicks off in a place of total isolation, where a chance meeting ends up changing absolutely everything.
Our narrator, who's an aviator, a lot like Saint Exupéry, is completely stranded. He's alone, 1,000 miles from anywhere. And it's here, in the middle of nowhere, that he meets the prince. A small, very serious boy who doesn't seem lost or scared at all. Actually, he seems like he's on some kind of mission.
And that's his very first request. Not for water, not for help, but for a drawing. With just one simple, almost absurd demand, the prince completely flips the pilot's practical, grown-up world on its head. He's inviting him, and us, into a reality that's all about imagination, not logic.
Now, as the pilot is desperately trying to fix his plane, the prince starts telling him about his own journey through the stars. And it's here that the book's gentle but really sharp critique of the adult world starts to unfold.
So each little planet the prince visits is home to just one adult, and each one is a perfect, almost funny satire of a common grown-up obsession. You've got a king with no subjects to rule, a businessman who's convinced he owns the stars, and a geographer who draws maps of a world he's never actually bothered to see. They're all frantically busy with their matters of consequence, but in reality, they're all just profoundly lonely. This journey really lays out the book's main conflict. Grown-ups, they value numbers, usefulness, what things look like on the surface. They want to know how much something costs, not what it feels like. But the prince, he sees with his heart. He's looking for connection, for wonder, for the things that are truly essential. But the book doesn't just criticize the adult world. It actually offers a way to heal it. And this wisdom, it comes from a very unexpected source. A fox the prince meets right here on Earth. The fox teaches the prince this one crucial idea: to tame. And no, it doesn't mean to control or dominate something. It means to establish ties. It's the slow, patient process of building a relationship. You give your time, your attention, and that's how you transform something ordinary into something totally unique and irreplaceable.
And this is a huge light bulb moment for the prince. See, he was heartbroken when he found a garden full of roses on Earth, because he thought his own flower wasn't special anymore. But the fox helps him see it differently. Because he watered his rose and listened to her and put a screen up for her, she is now unique in the entire universe. To him. His care is what made her important.
And right here, this is the fox's big secret. It's the philosophical heart of the entire book. Friendship, love, beauty, connection. These are the things that give life its meaning. And you can't count them, you can't weigh them, you can't even see them with your eyes. You can only feel them with your heart.
This simple but incredibly powerful message that our attention and our care are what create real value in the world. Well, that's the key to understanding the book's extraordinary and lasting legacy. The story has lasted because it speaks to both the kid and the grown-up in all of us. It's a beautiful adventure, for sure, but it's also this constant nudge to step back and ask, wait, what's really important? The story itself is an act of taming. The pilot writes it all down so he won't forget his friend. which proves that connection is really the only true answer to loss.
Of course, no book is perfect for everyone. Some readers find that bittersweet ending a little unsettling, maybe too ambiguous. Others point out that the adult characters are more like symbols than real people, and for some modern readers, its very direct moral message can feel a bit sentimental.
But maybe that's the whole point. The Little Prince isn't really a novel, it's a modern fable. It's not supposed to give you a neat little list of answers about life. Its real power is in the way it forces us to go back to the questions that grown-ups so often learn to just push aside. Those quiet, essential questions of the heart.
So the prince finally realized that all the time he wasted on his rose was exactly what made it matter so much. And that brings the fox's secret right back to us, doesn't it? So just think for a second. What have you tamed in your own life? What has become essential, not because of what it's worth or what it's for, but simply because of the love and the attention you've given it?